Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Wednesday, it's my science day. I'm Miss Kathy again, and this is
Miles.
And this is
Connor.
Today we're going to talk about egg science. And why are we talking about egg science? Easter's coming up. So we've got 6 fun, simple experiments that you could do at home with your parents' supervision. Let's get started. Our first science experiment is, can you crush an egg with your hands? All of these eggs are raw. They're not cooked. So we're gonna try. We haven't done this one yet, so we're gonna try it, okay? Miles, I just want you to try and crush it in your hand, just like this. See, we're holding it like this. Here, I'll show my muscle. Yeah, I'm using muscle. You can't crush an egg apparently with your hand. Let me try this way. No, don't do that.
I didn't even hit the table.
So now our eggshell's really thin. Can they break really easily?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can, but can you crush this? Try it again. Try one more time. Oh, there you have it. I don't think I can crush this egg with my hands. But it's still raw. Okay, cut. Okay, so our second science experiment is, Connor, you want to read it?
Science experiment 2. Raw or hard boiled? Can you make a prediction?
A prediction is a scientific guess. So, do I have is this egg raw? Or is this egg raw? Or is this egg hard boiled? Or is this egg hard boiled? Now you might be wondering, what is hard boiled? Connor, you want to show what a hard-boiled egg looks like?
This is what a hard-boiled egg looks like.
So the egg white, you can see around the edge, and the yolk to the middle of the egg is, you can eat it when it's hard-boiled like that. But can you eat it when it's like this? That's raw. So we need to cook it, and when you cook it, it turns into this, or it turns into like scrambled eggs, or eggs over easy.
Ick.
We're gonna try and figure out which one of these eggs is hard-boiled and which one's raw. Okay, so we have our eggs. We have one egg that's raw, and one egg that is
Hard-boiled.
right. We don't know which one's which. We're gonna try and test both of them. So Connor, why don't you write on one of the eggs number 1. And then on the other egg, you're gonna write the number 2. Okay. Now we have to test our eggs to see which one's hard-boiled and which one is raw. All right, how can we do that? What's one way that we can test it, Connor?
Spinning them.
Spinning them. Why don't you try spinning them over here? You're gonna spin it and then spin it and then hold it with your finger. If it keeps twirling, that tells us something. Okay. They both kind of stopped, didn't they?
Oh, it's going crazy.
This is what happens with science. Sometimes it's doesn't all work out the way you want it to. Okay, that one did not move. That one did. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That one kept spinning. Okay, so we know that number 1 keeps spinning when you try to stop it. Does number 2 keep spinning?
No.
Okay. Why don't we try our other test? What was our other test that we were gonna do?
Spinning them like this.
Right, spinning them on the top. So this is 1. Whoa, that one really spun. Okay, now try that the same way.
Holy buckets.
Okay. Now, what do you think, which egg do you think is what egg do you think is the raw egg?
I think number 1 might be the raw egg.
Why?
Because it stopped, it fell back down like a couple seconds after it started spinning.
Okay. And when we spun it like this and we stopped it with our finger,
It kept moving.
it kept spinning. All right. What about number 2? Did it keep spinning?
No.
It didn't. Okay, so let's test our hypothesis. So we think that number 1 is the raw or hard-boiled egg. Did you? Oh, it's the raw egg. All right. Let's see this egg. That's the hard-boiled egg. So the raw egg kept spinning when we tried to stop it. It kept spinning because the center of gravity in it, the yolk kept spinning inside of it even after we tried to stop it. We tried to stop it with our finger and the yolk would keep spinning inside of it. Very cool. Awesome experiment. Thank you, Connor. All right, Miles, are you ready for experiment number 3?
Yep.
All right, so experiment number 3 is, can you make an egg float in water? Now I did this experiment with my classes earlier in the fall. So some of you might remember this, some of you didn't do this at all. We're gonna attempt to see if we can get an egg to float in water. So we're gonna need a glass, okay? And in here I've got some water. So Miles, would you please pour some water into the glass? And I'm gonna go get an egg. Keep going. Okay, stop. All right. So that's our water, just plain water in a glass. And I have a raw egg. And so I am going to gently place this raw egg into the glass because I don't want it to break, unless you want to try it. Let's see if it floats.
No.
Does it float, Connor?
Nope.
What does it do, Miles?
It's floating.
It's sitting on the bottom, honey. All right, so we are gonna try to figure out how we can get an egg to float in water. I'm gonna move this to the side. Miles, we're gonna try putting water in that again, different jar or a different glass.
Can you do it?
And I want you to pour the water just about the same amount as we had here, okay? Go ahead. Right, stop. Good. That's about the same amount of water. And how we can attempt to get an egg to float in water is by using that. What is that, Miles? What is that called? Do you know? Salt. We're gonna use salt. We're gonna see if we can put some salt in this water to make the egg float. So we just open up the salt. You go ahead and pour some in, honey.
I think I poured a little bit too much.
Nope. Go ahead and pour. That's okay. All right. You can stop. We'll set that aside. Here's our egg. Another egg, a raw egg. We're gonna put it, actually we're gonna hold on to the egg for now, but we're gonna put some salt. We're gonna put 5 tablespoons of salt into our glass.
Is that one?
Yep, go ahead. Connor, you gotta watch him. All right. 2, 3.
It's a lot of sugar.
It's salt.
Salt.
4. Let's stop there. All right, I want you to stir this around. I want you to mix all the salt and the water together, okay?
Don't we need to do one more?
We're gonna see. So what Miles is doing, he's stirring up all that salt in the water, and it's dissolving. The water is sucking up the salt. So we're gonna see after he's done stirring. All right, take your spoon out. I think we had enough. Was that 4 or 5?
4.
4. I think that's enough. Do you think that's enough? It looks pretty cloudy. You want the water cloudy. So it's a guess.
More.
Well, we got some sitting on the bottom, so I think the water has had enough salt. So let's see now, if you put that egg in there gently, what's the egg gonna do?
It's floating.
Can you see that, Connor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you point the camera into the glass? Look at the eggs floating. The salt is making the egg float.
That's crazy.
That's cool.
Can I put some more? You
all
can
right.
see the egg in the water.
Awesome. Good job, Miles. Nice job. Okay, let's not break the egg. All right, thanks. Welcome back. We are on experiment number 4. And this experiment is called the balancing egg. Can I balance an egg on something flat? Here's my egg. Okay. Trust me, I know my hands are dry. I can't get it to balance. But I do know a trick. You want to see my magic trick? Salt. Whoops. Salt. Now you can use kosher salt. You can use this fancy sea salt flakes. I prefer to use the sea salt flakes, but if you have kosher salt at home, perfect. Give it a try. Now, I'm going to take a little bit and put it down. Set that to the side. Now let's see if this works. That one worked. Hi, we're back at science experiment number 5, the egg and the bottle. This one you're gonna need a couple of things. You're gonna need parent supervision, first and foremost, because it involves some fire. Number 2, some safety glasses. Check, I'm gonna put those on, right, science friends? We always get ready for our science experiments. And then I have a bottle. I have a lighter. I have some paper. And I have a hard-boiled egg. Now, the question is, can I get this egg into the bottom of this bottle without it breaking? Only using these items. Connor, what do you think?
I don't know.
Well, I've got, let's see if I can, first of all, can I drop it into the bottle? I can't. So I gotta take that out. I mean, I could push it in, but I don't want to. I want science to do its magic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the pressure. There's air inside this bottle. I'm gonna change the air by making some fire.
Be careful.
Yep, you gotta be very careful. This is where Mom and Dad come in. You see that? It dropped right in. So the air pressure changed inside the bottle and was able to suck the egg right down through. This is an experiment that you need to have Mom and Dad with you for, because this can be dangerous, but still fun. All right, so our last experiment, and this one's just for fun, because I love fun. So our science experiment number 6 is, let's color some Easter eggs. I'm sure that you and your families will be coloring Easter eggs soon, if not already. So I'm going to show you the things that I have for this experiment. I've got 1, 2, 3 heavy bottom glasses. You're gonna need like a glass bottom or just a heavier base for your glasses. You're gonna need 3 toilet paper rolls. And I've got my M&M plate from Las Vegas. And you could use a pie tin as well for this experiment. I have some food coloring. I have some water. Of course, I've got my eggs, right? We gotta color some Easter eggs. Now this might not happen on the first take, so we're just gonna have to pray that it does. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to first get my Easter egg coloring. I'll pour some water in my glass. What colors should I put in? Connor?
Red.
Red. We'll do red. We'll do red in our glass here. Okay? This is the easy way to dye Easter eggs. How about blue?
And then you should do green.
We'll do green? All right. 1, 2, 3. That's just food coloring. And then what makes green? I don't have a green in here, so what do I need to use to make the color green? Does anybody know? That's right, yellow. And then I'll stir it up. Stir up my blue. Stir up my red. Okay, we're done with the food coloring. We're done with the water. Now, here's the tricky part you want to get. Can you zoom in over the top, honey? There you go. So you want to have your 3 glasses kind of in a triangle. And you're going to put a plate on top of it. This is the tricky part because you can't see where these are sitting. I'm going to put one paper or toilet paper roll over one of the cups right in the middle. I'm going to put another one right over the cup in the middle. And I'm going to put a third one right over the top in the middle. Now I'm going to take 3 raw eggs. How am I going to get those eggs into that food coloring to dye my Easter eggs? Do you think that I can hit those eggs? Do you think I can hit this plate and knock those eggs into that glass?
I think you can.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I got one. Go. Hi everybody, it's Miss Kathy again. I wanted to let you know that the last time we did this egg drop experiment, it wasn't turning out very well. So today I found my regular plate. The other plate was just too small, so I've got a bit larger plate this time. So I've got my 4 colors of water. I have yellow, I have green, red, and blue. The glasses are pushed together. Now we stick the see-through plate, which by the way you can get at a dollar store, or if you have a large circular plate at home, you can use that as well. I don't have very many toilet paper rolls, we all know why, so I had to reuse the ones that I have here. Now, you're gonna give this a try. Last time I took about 10 takes and we went through about 24 eggs. So we're gonna give this one a try. All right, hopefully this one will work. See you in a minute. Hi, welcome back. This is the end of our Egg-Cellent science experiment. I hope you guys had a good time today. I have one last science experiment for you. I don't have a fancy piece of paper. I don't have really anything for it except 3 things. And I want you to try this at home if you can. If you have extra eggs from Easter, from coloring Easter eggs, maybe you could do this experiment. Here's our old friend, back again. So we are going to take 1 egg. We're going to take 1 glass. Then we're going to take some white distilled vinegar. My husband ran all over the place looking for this. We found some finally at Walmart. Anyway, we want to put some distilled vinegar into this cup. And we're going to put this egg into the cup with the vinegar. Something fun's going to happen, but you have to wait some time. It's going to take maybe at least 48 hours. So what you're going to do, you're going to take some white vinegar. Just not about half, just a little less than half. And when you put the egg in it, you want to make sure you're very careful so that you don't break it. So now all you do is you're just going to let that sit. That's the experiment. And you can look at it over the next few days. The longer you let it sit in there, the better. But you can see that the vinegar is already starting to bubble on the outside of the eggshell. That is a product of the eggshell being dissolved. And maybe mom and dad could talk to you about what that means. But I want you to, if you want to try this experiment, I want you to send me an answer of what happened with your egg. Maybe you could post that on Seesaw. I'd love to see your results. Maybe take a picture of your egg. Maybe even send a video telling me, Miss Kathy, what you did and how you performed it with your parents or your family. But something different's going to happen to it, and we call this the bouncy egg. Good luck, and have a happy Easter.